You've been standing in your yard for months, same time, same spot, same seeds in the same feeder. And one morning, it happens. A bird lands closer than it ever has before. Not on the feeder, not on the fence. Closer. It looks at you, holds the look, and you freeze. Because something just shifted. You felt it. You just don't know what it was. But here's what's strange. That moment didn't start this morning. It didn't start last week. That bird has been building a file on you for months. A neurological file. A memory architecture most people never know exists. And the exact moment you felt something shift? That was the moment its brain crossed a threshold. A real, measurable biological threshold. Not a feeling. Not a coincidence. A switch. Stay until the end of this video. Because what's happening inside that bird's brain at the moment of trust is one of the most extraordinary things happening in your backyard right now. And once you understand it, you will never stand at that feeder the same way again. Welcome to the bird mind. Before a bird can trust you, it has to stop fearing you. And fear in birds is not an emotion. It's a system, a neural threat assessment system running constantly, evaluating distance, movement, size, sound. Every second you exist in their environment. Scientists measure this with a specific term, your flight initiation distance. The exact distance at which a bird calculates you are dangerous enough to flee. For most wild songbirds, that number starts at 20 to 30 feet. You are not a person to them yet. You are a variable inside a threat equation. But here's what nobody tells you. That number changes. Not randomly. Not because the bird forgot you were there. It changes because your bird is running a data model on you and updating it every single time you appear. Inside your bird's brain is a structure called the amygdala equivalent. Birds don't share our brain architecture, but they have something that does the same job. It processes threat, assigns urgency, fires the alarm, and alongside it, a hippocampus-like structure. Spatial memory, individual recognition, pattern storage. This is not metaphor. This is the physical tissue doing the actual work. Your bird is not simply getting used to you. It is building a predictive model, specifically, deliberately, with neurological precision. Every time you appear at the same distance and do not lunge, that data is filed. Every time your voice carries the same low pitch, filed. Every time you move slowly and look away, filed. You're not just feeding birds, you're training a neural network, and it is watching you far more carefully than you are watching it. Trust is not given. It is earned by passing tests, and your bird is running 3 of them. Always, in order. Test 1, consistency. Does this human appear at predictable times? Does this human move the same way? Make the same sounds? Unpredictability reads as threat. Consistency reads as stability. The bird is not asking, is this person kind? It is asking, is this person's behavior something my nervous system can model? Test 2, restraint. Does this human resist the impulse to reach forward? Does this human look away when I land close? Does this human stay still when the moment feels big? Restraint is the signal, not kindness, not intention. Restraint of movement, of sound, of approach. This is the test most people fail. The moment feels so intimate they lean in. They smile, they make a soft sound, and the bird files it immediately. Not a threat, but not yet safe enough. Test 3, the net benefit calculation. Does proximity to this human result in food, in safety, in nothing bad happening? This is the final tally. Is your presence net positive, net neutral, or negative? Your bird has been running that calculation since the very first morning you appeared, before you noticed it was watching. Now here is where it becomes extraordinary. When a bird crosses its own fear threshold, when it decides that you specifically are safe, there is a measurable neurochemical shift. Cortisol levels drop. Dopamine circuits activate. The same dopamine circuits involved in foraging reward, in finding food, in successful flight. Your presence, your specific presence, begins to register not as neutral, as positive. This is the threshold moment. This is what you felt in your yard that morning. Not imagination, not projection. A real chemical event inside a real brain. And here is the detail most people never hear. Once a bird crosses that threshold with a specific human, the file does not close. It does not reset in winter. It carries forward, season to season, as individual recognition memory. Your birds know you, not your yard, not your coat. You. Trust is not permanent. Not because birds forget, but because the system never stops running. A sudden lunge at the wrong moment, a new hat, a dog appearing from around the corner. The threat assessment restarts. Distance resets. But here is what the research shows. Rebuilding is always faster than building, because the file is still there. The bird recognizes you. The neurological baseline is set. You are not starting over. You are re-earning passage through a door that is still there, just temporarily closed. Some birds reset quickly. Chickadees, titmice, nuthatches, bold species, high cognitive flexibility, rapid recalibration. Others reset slowly. Certain thrushes, some warblers. High threat sensitivity, longer trust timelines. Knowing your bird's species matters. Not all trust is built the same way, and not all setbacks mean the same thing. Here is the thing no one talks about. When a bird chooses to trust you, one specific human, out of every human it has observed in a week, that choice is not random. Research on individual recognition in corvids, on chickadee boldness hierarchies. On the way, certain birds selectively habituate to familiar faces while staying wild around strangers. All of it points to the same conclusion. Some humans are selected, and some are not. The selection criteria are behavioral, not genetic, not spiritually assigned, behavioral. The humans who are chosen are the ones who learned, consciously or not, to be consistently still, consistently present, consistently non-threatening. You didn't become someone a bird trusts by trying to. You became it by doing the right things slowly over time without knowing you were being watched. And in the slow accumulation of your ordinary mornings, you became extraordinary to a creature with a brain the size of a walnut, a creature that has mapped your face, memorized your schedule, and decided that you, specifically, are safe. Think about that. A wild animal with no obligation to you, no evolutionary reason to seek you out, chose you, not your neighbor, not the person with the larger garden, you. That's not sentiment. That's biology selecting you. And it is one of the most quietly extraordinary things that can happen in a human life. You were standing in your yard, same spot, same seeds, and a bird came closer. You thought it was chance, but your bird had run months of data on you, passed its own fear threshold, crossed into dopamine reward territory with your face as the trigger. It chose you because you were worth choosing, because your stillness and your patience and your ordinary Tuesday mornings added up to something measurable, inside a real brain, running real calculations on you. You didn't know you were being watched. You didn't know you were being tested. You didn't know that one cold morning with bad coffee was the morning you finally passed. But you did. And it's okay to feel something about that. It's okay to let that matter. Because what happened in your yard was not small. It was trust. Real, biological, freely given trust. From something wild to you. I want to hear your story. Was there a specific morning you noticed a bird had crossed that line with you? A moment it landed closer than it ever had before? A bird that came back to the same spot? To you? Season after season? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.